As they searched for shards of the Shiken jewel, Inuyasha followed the adventures of high school student Kagome Higurashi and the half-demon Inuyasha. The series secured its place as one of the most beloved cult classics in the shonen genre, with the last installation, i.e., Inuyasha, the final act. While the series gained popularity due to its stunning battles, unique setting, and quirky characters, one of its highlights has always been romance. Inuyasha, after all, is an epic love story, with all the elements necessary to make it a success. However, with a love triangle between Inuyasha, Kagome, and Kikyo, one person at least was bound to have a tragic ending. The one, in this case, was Kikyo, the Hanyo's first love. While the fans have grieved over her death and ending, there is still a lot of confusion regarding her backstory and relation with Inuyasha. She has been seen as an antagonist, accusing him of betraying her at times, and also as a silent guardian. What exactly happened 50 years back? Did Inuyasha truly betray Kikyo? Let's find out. Kikyo is a powerful priestess of the shrine who lived 50 years prior to the series' main events. She was responsible for the Shiken jewel's purification and thus sacrificed her own life to prevent the jewel from returning to the living realm. Her soul was reincarnated years later in the form of Kagome, the female protagonist. Kikyo was resurrected by the demon ogress Ritsu shortly after the latter brought the Shiken jewel back to the feudal era. After that, her role in the series was not set in stone, as she took the sides of both good and evil to fulfill her desires. Inuyasha met Kikyo 50 years ago when he tried to steal the Shiken jewel she was protecting. However, after following her around for a while, he found that both of them were similar. Inuyasha was a Hanyo who wasn't accepted by humans or demons, and Kikyo was a priestess who was expected to do great things and was unable to live the life of an ordinary woman. After that point, Inuyasha and Kikyo spent most of their time with each other and fell in love. To live their lives together, they decided to use the Shiken jewel to make Inuyasha a complete human. However, their plans were taken advantage of by a demon named Naraku, and both of them suffered greatly. Kikyo died believing that Inuyasha betrayed her while Inuyasha was sealed for 50 years, thinking the opposite. After Kikyo was revived, Inuyasha realized he still loved her and that there hadn't been a single day where he'd forgotten about her. Whenever the priestess was in trouble, Inuyasha instinctively went to save her out of guilt, saying that he was the only one she had. He felt both love and immense guilt towards Kikyo, such that during a conversation with Kida, he even stated that he'd give up his own life for her if that were what she wanted. Before Kikyo died for the final time, Inuyasha shed tears over his inability to save the priestess and bid her farewell with a final kiss, stating that he didn't want her to endure any more sorrow. Considering everything, Kikyo was Inuyasha's first love and would forever occupy a large portion of his heart. With such pure feelings for Kikyo, it isn't easy to believe that Inuyasha would ever betray her, and we are right in thinking that. It turns out that the one responsible for their tragic ending was the main antagonist of the series, Naraku. Naraku was a spider Hanyo who was born from the human, Onagumo, and various other demons. He was the primary antagonist of the Inuyasha series and directly responsible for the death of Kikyo and the seal placed on Inuyasha. Naraku desired the Shiken no Tama to achieve near invincibility and purge his half-human self from his body. This proved to be almost impossible as Kikyo had purified the jewel and continued to protect it. To taint the Shiken no Tama with malice, Naraku hatched an evil plan. He took advantage of their plans and affections for each other by tricking them into hating each other. He posed as Inuyasha, attacked Kikyo, took the Shiken no Tama, and returned it to the shrine. Then, he posed as Kikyo and attacked Inuyasha, who, in turn, furiously went to the shrine and stole the jewel. However, as he was getting away, Kikyo, with her remaining strength, sealed Inuyasha to the Tree of Ages. Both thought that the other betrayed them, but it was Naraku all along who played with their deepest doubts and insecurities and succeeded in making them hate each other. Inuyasha did not betray Kikyo, as it was Naraku who was the one responsible for manipulating and contributing to their tragic end. While both of their deepest doubts regarding the other played a significant part, ultimately, they were just chess pieces in the greater game plan.